Title: Akio Morita, the visionary who built tomorrow. Chapter 1: The spark in a small apartment, Akio Morita's early dreams. From the cramped attic of a former military barracks in Yokohama to the first prototype of a transistor radio, Akio Morita's story begins in a space where few imagined a future. At the age of 15, he was already dismantling radios to study their inner workings, not for a hobby, but for a conviction that sound could change lives. When the war ended and rationing stretched the supply of materials, he refused to let scarcity stifle his curiosity. "When someone says something is impossible, I say it is only a question of resources," he later recalled. His youthful resilience translated into a business ethic that refused to be shackled by resources or convention. In a world that demanded conformity, Morita's relentless experimentation with circuits became the cornerstone of Sony's first products. The simple lesson from his early days is clear: limitations are invitations for creativity. Today, you can apply Morita's mindset by turning your nearest challenge into an experiment. Whether you are an engineer, a student, or a small business owner, pick a recurring problem, isolate the variables, and rebuild it from scratch. The goal is not perfection, but possibility. Key takeaways: 1. Resilience fuels innovation. 2. Transform constraints into creative playgrounds. 3. The first prototype is often the most vital step toward greatness. If you're enjoying this, please like, share, and subscribe for more. Reflective question: if you had to rebuild a crucial aspect of your daily life with limited resources, what would you choose to change first? Chapter 2: The 4 Pillars of Innovation, Morita's Guiding Principles. Akio Morita never spoke in grandiose speeches, yet his actions articulated principles that are as relevant today as they were when Sony was a fledgling company. The first pillar is a relentless curiosity that never stops asking, "What if?" The second is embracing failure as a necessary detour. After a costly prototype crash, he famously said, "We must learn more from our failures than from our successes." The third pillar is a fierce commitment to the customer, famously embodied in his belief that a brand's worth is defined by the joy it brings to its users. The fourth and final pillar is daring to dream on a global scale while staying rooted in local relevance. These principles manifest most strikingly in Sony's first commercial transistor radio, a device that was affordable, compact, and most importantly, fun. Morita engineered a device that made people want to own it not just for its utility, but for the sheer delight of carrying a piece of technological progress in their pocket. Modern entrepreneurs can adopt these pillars by conducting regular what-if workshops with their team to unearth hidden opportunities, setting metrics for failure, such as time to failure for prototypes, and treating each failure as a data point, building feedback loops that keep customers at the center of product decisions, scaling ideas while customizing the experience for local markets. Key takeaways: 1. Curiosity, failure, customer focus, and global vision are the 4 forces that drive sustainable innovation. 2. Every prototype is a lesson, every customer interaction a blueprint. 3. Dreams must be actionable, not just aspirational. If you're enjoying this, please like, share, and subscribe for more. Reflective question: which of Morita's 4 pillars do you find most challenging to apply in your current work, and why? Chapter 3: Living the Blueprint, Morita's Own Implementation. Morita did not merely preach his principles, he lived them. When he co-founded Sony in 1946, he did so while living in a modest apartment, financing the company by selling his radio components to local hobbyists. He set up a small laboratory in his living room, working from dawn till dusk. When the first transistor radio was conceived, he personally tested the circuit with a single cell phone battery, ensuring the product was both reliable and affordable. The courage to test a product in his own living room exemplified Morita's belief that excellence must be tried first by the one who creates. Another unforgettable act was when he declined an early opportunity to sell his inventions to a wealthy investor, preferring to maintain creative control. He believed that a company's identity is forged by its founders, not by outside financiers. Your opportunity to live Morita's blueprint lies in hands-on involvement. If you run a business, make time to prototype in a raw, unstructured environment, Think a garage, a coffee shop, or a shared lab. If you're a product developer, personally test and refine your design until it feels intuitive. If you're an entrepreneur seeking investment, weigh the trade-offs between control and capital. Key takeaways. 1. First-hand experience is the ultimate quality check. 2. Creative control often outweighs immediate financial gain for long-term vision. 3. The environment in which you build your product shapes its destiny. If you're enjoying this, please like, share, and subscribe for more. Reflective question. In what way could you reduce reliance on external resources to enhance your creative independence? Chapter 4. Turning Morita's wisdom into modern strategy. In the age of digital disruption, Morita's teachings resonate louder than ever. The first step for any modern enterprise is to adopt an iterative, lean approach, develop minimal viable products, iterate based on feedback, and scale when validated. The second step is relentless listening to the customer. Social media, data analytics, and real-time reviews should be the compass for strategic decisions. The third step is a global mindset that acknowledges diverse consumer behavior while preserving a core brand essence. Real-world examples abound. A startup that built a portable solar charger took a cue from Morita by releasing a very low-cost prototype, gathering user data from early adopters, and then refining the design to meet the taste of regional markets. A software firm that introduced an AI chatbot leveraged the customer-first principle, crafting a conversational tone that mirrored user expectations, thereby boosting retention. Individual professionals can apply these concepts by building a micro-product or service to test a market hypothesis quickly, using customer feedback loops to iteratively evolve their offerings, designing product experiences that transcend cultural differences while resonating with local identities. Key takeaways. 1. The modern cycle of build, measure. Learn mirrors Morita's experimentation ethic. 2. Customer feedback is a gold mine when used properly. 3. A global yet local approach enables brands to flourish across borders. If you're enjoying this, please like, share, and subscribe for more. Reflective question. What small, low-cost experiment can you launch today to test a big idea in your industry? Chapter 5. Legacy and Call to Action, the Future in Your Hands. Akio Morita's life teaches us that the seeds of tomorrow lie in the daring acts of today. He taught that innovation is not an overnight event, but a persistent practice of curiosity, resilience, customer devotion, and global imagination. His journey from a makeshift laboratory in an apartment to a corporation that changed the world proves that great ideas demand more than brilliance. They demand perseverance, empathy, and an unwavering belief in a better tomorrow. Take these lessons back into your own world. Whether you are a student with a nascent idea, a marketer testing a new campaign, or a CEO steering a company through turbulent waters, the principles of curiosity, failure embraced, customer focus, and fearless scaling will light your path. Let your actions be guided by the belief that your work, no matter how small, can become the foundation of something monumental. Key takeaways. 1. Curiosity, failure, customer focus, and global vision are timeless catalysts for change. 2. Hands-on experimentation and creative autonomy forge lasting legacies. 3. Every individual holds the potential to ignite the future by daring to act today. If you're enjoying this, please like, share, and subscribe for more. Reflective question. Which step of your current project will you adjust today to align more closely with the principles of Akio Morita?